Hi friends, good morning. In the last lecture we have seen what is the radius of convergence and the domain of the function. Okay, see, uh, and also we have seen to find the radius of convergence, we have the formula r is equal to a raised to n, limit as n tends to infinity, a n divided by a n plus 1, right? So this is the formula which we have studied, right? So any function, any complex function, we can represent as a power series, that is f of z is equal to sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity a n z minus a whole raised to n, or f of z whole raised to n. This z, f of z is a function of z with some constant is added with this z. Okay, that may be in any format. Okay, so this an, using this an, we can say the radius of convergence that we have studied. Okay, now we can represent, suppose a function also we have discussed. So if you have a function z minus a whole raised to n, okay, so we can represent the using the radius of convergence, that is equal to r. Okay, we can represent the converging area using a circle of radius r. Okay, that we have discussed in the last class, right? Now if the complex function, if the function is given like this, n is given in some other format, right? Like a plus ib format. Okay, a plus ib format, then we can represent the radius of convergence using this formula, that is 1 plus limit as n tends to infinity an raised to 1 by n. Okay, if n is given as the function of n, okay, as a n square, n cube, or any other format, then you can use this formula. Okay, so when I am doing one example, you will get more idea. Okay, see, the question is here, find the radius of convergence of the function f of z, that is sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity 3 plus 4i whole raised to n z raised to n, right? So here this an is given, this is our z raised to n, right? And this is our format. So in this, this part is given and this part is given in the complex format, that is 3 plus 4i whole raised to n. Then I have already told you, check the radius of convergence. We have to use the formula r is equal to 1 by a raised to n whole raised to 1 by n, right? This is the general expression we have seen here, an whole raised to 1 by n. Its mode we have to take, right? So here the function an is given us in the question itself, it is clear. This an is given as, I can write an as an is equal to 3 plus 4i. Okay, 3 plus 4i. Okay, so I can give this as 3 plus 4i whole raised to n, right? This is an whole raised to n, that is 3 plus 4i whole raised to n. Radius of convergence is equal to 1 by mod 3 plus 4i whole raised to n whole raised to 1 by n. This n and this n will cancel. And what is the mode of complex function 3 plus 4i? That is root 3 square plus 4 square, that is 1 by root 25, that is equal to 1 by 5, right? So this 1 by 5, this is the radius of convergence, 1 by 5. Okay, so so we want to find the radius of convergence, find the radius of convergence of the function. So if you draw a circle of radius 1 by 5 within this region only, within the inside the point of this circle only, this particular function is, this complex function is valid, that means it is convergent, right? So then now let us go to another problem. Find the radius of convergence of the following functions. Okay, so here you have a function f of z, sigma n is equal to 0 to infinity n factorial by 2 raised to n z plus 1 minus I all raised to n. So this part is an z plus a all raised to n format, right? So this is our an. So what is we can check the radius of convergence using the formula limit as radius of convergence is equal to limit as n tends to infinity an divided by an plus 1, right? So what is an? That is given in the question. Limit as n tends to infinity. An is n factorial divided by 2 raised to n. What is an plus 1? Then n plus 1 factorial divided by 2 raised to n plus 1. Okay, so when I am doing this, I can cancel out to this 2 raised to n and 2 raised to n. Then finally this n factorial, n plus 1 factorial I can write as n plus 1 into n factorial. So n factorial will cancel. This 2 raised to n, 2 raised to n cancel. Finally I can write limit as n tends to infinity 2 by n plus 1, right? 2 by n plus 1. What is 2 by n plus 1? When I am taking this limit as n tends to infinity means 1 by n tends to 0, right? So if I take an n out, that is limit as n 1 by n, limit as n tends to infinity means 1 by n tends to 0, that is 2 by n into 1 plus 1 by n. Now if I am giving this 1 by n 0, the entire term will be 0, right? So this term will be 0 means this function is convergent only at the center. So if you draw a circle with radius as origin, okay, with center as origin, so it is convergent only at the center. Okay, at the z is equal to 0 only this function is valid. Okay, so all other points it is divergent, it is not convergent. Okay, now let me go to another problem. Another problem is an is equal to, so it is given in the question, 2 raised to n by n factorial into z raised to n. So what is an? An is equal to 2 raised to n by n factorial. So that is given here. Okay, an is equal to 2 raised to n by n factorial. So here also we can use the radius of convergent formula. That means an is equal to 2 raised to n by n factorial. What is radius of convergence? Limit as n tends to infinity an divided by an plus 1, its mode, right? So I can write an as 2 raised to n by n factorial. What is an plus 1? 2 raised to n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 factorial, right? So this I can write as n plus 1 factorial divided by n factorial into 2 raised to n divided by 2 raised to n plus 1. Okay, let me go to the blackboard. Now this n plus 1 factorial I can write as n plus 1 into n factorial, n into n minus 1 factorial, 2 raised to n divided by n factorial into this I can write as 2 raised to n into 2. This will cancel, this will cancel. So n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so here all I can give this as limit as n tends to infinity, right? So here all I can put limit as n tends to infinity. So limit as n tends to infinity. So its value will be, I can take n out, right? So this will be, I can directly give n is equal to infinity. Okay, so we have no 1 by n terms to equate to 0. So that means its value is infinity. Its value is infinity means it is convergent everywhere in the complex plane. Okay, so it has a not a limiting, it has no limiting value. It is convergent everywhere in the space. Okay, so that is the radius of convergence infinity means that. Okay, so in the next section, this is the section today, and in the next session we will discuss about Laurent theorem. Okay, thank you.